Hello and welcome to another video. Thanks so much for choosing to watch this.
Today we are going to be talking about what we're spending our money on this month of April. Sorry, oh gosh, I've already forgotten what month we're in. This is what we're planning to spend our money on in April.
So here is a very brief list of the things that we'll be talking about. So we're going to just run through the money that came in. So that's obviously our income, and then basically what we're going to be doing with it. Different sort of categories there. So money to give away, money to put aside, savings, things we're spending money on, and things we're investing.
Okay, so coming up first, income. Okay, so this is the amount that we have to kind of play with. So 6,432.
The vast majority of that is made up of our monthly salaries, but it's also got some other smaller amounts, things like cash back, bit of interest from savings that we're choosing to withdraw. What else have we got in there?
So money that we've taken from our savings, and then also we do get some money from family on a regular basis to help with the children. So that's all kind of included in there. This is what we do with it. So first off is giving.
So this is made up of various different things. So we give to a particular charity on a regular basis. We also give some money to the church, and we also choose to put some money aside on a monthly basis that we then have there to use if we want to. So that might be, if a friend is doing some kind of sponsored event and we want to give some money to that, or there's an appeal on the news or something.
Yeah, natural disasters and things like that.
Thing. It just kind of allows us to be able to, there's money that we can use for that purpose.
Yeah. Well, I think that's quite good. Also, I like use it sometimes if there's somebody who needs something, like a homeless person who needs a sandwich or something. That it's just money there that you can use to kind of to help somebody when they need it. So that's giving. Then savings. So this is split up into kind of long-term and short-term savings. So firstly, the long-term savings. You got £351 that's going in there. Majority of that is going into kind of like an emergency fund. Just kind of, so we have that security or that backup if anything happens. And so we're building that up. We'll also be kind of at some point saving towards like a new car, which we don't need one right now, but that will be something that in a few years' time we might need to start thinking about. And if we can start saving in advance for it, then it just makes it a little bit easier. To not have to go into as much debt, or to maybe not go into any debt at all, depending on how long our car lasts for. But so that's the long-term. Short-term savings, so this is £779.
What are we calling these? Sinking funds.
Yeah.
Generally. So pots of money, I guess, that we put aside for specific things like holidays, gifts, things that we might need to do to the house.
Christmas also comes into there.
Date night, do we include that in there?
Date night's spending, I think comes under.
My bad.
But just things like that. So things that we know we're going to have to spend at some point in the next couple of months, or maximum a year, but we're just saving for it a little bit at a time, and just so that it's not such a big thing when it comes up. So in total, going into our savings is £1,130, which I think that's quite good. So then moving on to investing. So the total for this is £892, which is a lot, and this is where kind of the savings or pulling from our savings kind of comes into it. So we were given a gift for a gift of money from family, and we decided that we wanted to invest it, but rather than investing it all in one go, we were going to invest it a little bit at a time. So this is the last kind of month that we'll be able to do that.
It's not going to look like that forever.
So next month this will look a lot lower, but we're investing in kind of our pensions
and
ISAs and a bit of the dividend investing that we talked about in the last video. That's what that's going towards. That's quite nice. So it would be nice if that could continue forever, but definitely will not. And then into expenses. So bills.
Looking at things like, we're including kind of utilities, mortgage, life insurance. The mortgage we've got on a fixed deal at the moment. I think it's fairly high. 4.64% is the rate that we've got. It's fixed for another 4.5 years. I think, there'll be people out there who are paying less, but there'll definitely be people who are paying more. When you take it out, you're kind of you haven't got you haven't got that much choice. You just got to kind of go for something, and it really depends on how things are looking at that moment. But you just kind of have to make your choice really at that point. So it could be worse, could be better, but
I think our mortgage is just under £2,000 for the month, and like I see people on like doing their budgets and they're like £700 and I'm like, I want one of those. Like, how does that happen? But other thing to kind of mention is, I guess April is the time when everything is going up, and so we've had quite a few of our bills go up, our gas and our electricity, water. That was eye-watering. It was like double the amount. I was like, but there's nothing much that you can do. We've kind of fixed our electricity and our gas and stuff to try and take the sting out of it, especially as things will increase even more.
Water, you can't even shop around, can you? It's just, this is your supplier. This is how much it's going to cost you.
Just we'll have to stop taking showers. Become smelly. So then the other kind of category in the expenses is our spending. So this is
date night, right?
This is date night. Okay. Yes, this is where it is. This is kind of the things that we're planning to spend pretty much all of that money this month on date night, although that does roll over quite often. But date night, food,
petrol, clothes, entertainment, kind of subscriptions to things like Netflix and that type of thing. It's all that kind of regular monthly spends, I suppose, really, isn't it?
So what I do tend to do with this is, if there is anything left over, then I will put that towards kind of overpaying our mortgage. I guess that's one thing that we didn't mention in the savings. Actually, I think it goes in. I think I put it under investing. So that includes our overpaying of our mortgage. So it's not a lot that we can overpay, but we are trying to do what we can. Everything shortens the time we're paying and the amount of interest that we're paying. So anything that's left over in this spending category also goes towards that. Generally there's not a lot, but sometimes £20-30 that helps. So in total all of our expenses are £3,806. And so this is what that looks like in terms of percentages. We've got giving just over 10%, and then the savings and investing, I think that looks quite healthy. Expenses is on the higher side, and I'm just kind of conscious that once we kind of start investing a bit less, then that expenses is going to increase. So that is something that I think having seen it, is always the way that when you look at your budget or you're kind of spending things, you always think, oh yeah, can't see where I could make any savings or anything. But maybe that's something we could look into and see if we could get that down over the next kind of couple of months. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what it looks like next month in terms of the percentages. And so yeah, total money in
6,432.
and that's quite good actually. And then total money out
6,431. Where's that pound gone?
I've put it in my own account. Okay. So yeah, not entirely zero based budgeting, but I think with the rounding up, I think it pretty much is I think my things my budget says that we've got 70 TP outstanding, so we'll just roll that over to next month. But yeah, that is the entire budget plan. So yeah, thanks
so much for watching.
And we'll see you in the next video.
There'll be another.
Bye.
Bye.